They say April showers bring May flowers, but Nebraska weather this spring has been anything but that. May has experienced almost all 4 seasons within 1 month. Snow, rain, and ice swept through many of the states in the Midwest, covering Nebraska on May 2nd for the first recorded snowfall in May since 1967. The weather has become a slip in the road for high school spring sports, shortening their season.
This is my 33rd year of coaching, and this is probably the worst spring I've ever seen.
The weather has been really icy and rainy and wet, but we've had to run in it anyways, and it hasn't been treating us very well.
Despite the dark, cloudy, and rainy skies, the Millard West athletes have taken their practice elsewhere rather than outside. With more than 700 athletes out for a spring sport, practice space inside is minimal. Sports such as baseball have not been able to have one outdoor practice yet this season, with state right around the corner, while golf is unable to practice due to weather.
We've had to work inside a lot, and with baseball it's kind of hard using the gyms instead of the dirt.
And we are practicing inside on the tennis courts, so we set up nets so we can do volleys and serves, and then we also hit against the walls.
120 spring activities have been canceled this year. Since canceling these events, the school has lost within $50 to $200 per home event, a dramatic decline since last year.
Last year we started like 3 weeks earlier outside, and we were a lot farther ahead last year than we are right now, but hopefully we can fix that.
Our meet schedules have been really inconsistent because the weather's been tough, but the guys have done a good job of coming to work every day, and we like where we're at actually.
It's difficult to find people that want to work because they never know what the weather's going to be, and they don't want to sit outside for 2 hours when it's 30 degrees.
Weather hasn't only affected their schedule, but also affected the way the teams go about their meets or games. But the Millard West spring athletes won't let the weather rain on their parade.
It's cutting in a lot of our games. Haven't been able to play as much competition, so we won't be as ready coming into state, but a lot of other teams will be the same way as we are.
These coaches and kids are smart enough, they're strong enough to realize that it's affected everybody across the state the same way. So, but I think if anything, it reduces the number of opportunities that kids can compete against live competition, and that may be of a hindrance. So that's why practice is extremely important, and making the most of competition and excelling and doing the very best you can on game day.
We pulled really good time so far, so once the weather warms up, we're only going to get better.
It's just hard to get in a groove or a rhythm because you're always inside or outside. You can't really get in that flow I like to get in.
We have to wear a bunch of layers and get heat warmers. That helps with their hands and everything like that.
Not being on courts has been kind of hard for us because obviously that'll give us better practice, practicing against each other. So I think it's affected us a little bit, but practicing inside can do just as much.
It's really affected the way we go about some things defensively. Our defense has hurt us at times, and then and hitting has definitely been affected because of the cold. I don't think it's conducive much for anybody to really hit when it's as cold as it's been.
My arm's not in as good a shape as it should be because not outside throwing. Can't throw as long in the gym.
Not all athletes are taking the weather as a big loss, but others, such as seniors, are seeing their season trickling away due to Mother Nature's calling.
I try to keep a positive attitude towards the match.
This is my last year running for Millard West, and it's really sad that I don't get to run in all the meets, but it is what it is. I can't really control the weather.
I feel bad for the seniors because they really get a short season, and they didn't get the contest that they should have been given.
Despite the delay of spring sports the weather has caused, there's no question that these Millard West athletes are on top of their game. Whether they're kicking a soccer ball or swinging a tennis racket, no freezing temperatures or snowfall will steal the thunder of these dedicated athletes. I'm Faith Kane, and this is the Wildcat Report.